Hello, it's Friday, TGIF, and I am in the greenhouse on a Friday night. Just looking at some things. This needs to be watered. Tomorrow's talk. Still got to fix my lamp down there, but it'll get done. On this. Hey, Nina. Hello, Jerry. Gary. Buds. And some of these things up here. Hello, everybody. Oh, happy Friday. It's Cattleyas up here. Yeah, it's dark down there. I still need to get that light. Just looking at things, really. Gonna do that repot here in a minute. Hi, Blanca. Hey. Checking on this. This is my Charles Worthii that bloomed for me really nice. And it's got those two nice growths right there. So that's nice. This is the beautiful path that I had in my display. Vogue Wonder, which is a well, it's Vogue Nice, that new growth. I am really expecting something on this pretty soon. This usually does bloom for me towards the spring. These pseudobulbs have developed the sheaths. Here's one right there, and there's another one over here that's still developing somewhere. That is my green hornet. It's still nice, but the color is not so great under that light. Still have these encyclia blooms that are going out. This is my Dr. There. So yeah, weeks ago. I can't really say yet because I just, for a lot longer than I've had these. This is really the first full season that I will have these lights in at the end of the summer. I put these in while the plants are outside. So I'll ask me that question again come the summer. And I'm not sure why this is spinning. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, I'm back. But I had hoped that this would be open. But of course it's not. But I will keep showing it off. So yeah, this is my Bulbo that I'm going to repot. And it is in dire needs. And I decided that I was going to, despite all that talk about how I was going to put it in a smaller pot, I'm going to put it in this pot because of the holes in the side of it primarily, and it'll have peanuts going almost up to the holes. And that's how, this is what I'm going to pot it in. this piece will just go in there. I'll just remove it from the bark and trim off any dead roots. And got a little stake here to stake it in this pot. So it should fit really nicely in the middle of this pot and have room for these leads to go out and fill the pot up and hopefully get some blooms. I need some blooms on my Wilber Chang. So I'm gonna turn this around and hello everybody and get to this. Actually, I hope you guys can still hear me. I don't want to trip over my cord. And sorry if I don't respond to comments. I didn't bring my laptop out here. I was trying to just get this done, honestly. So hopefully you can see this. I'm pretty sure you can. Hey, Denise. Thanks. So I've got some fresh bark in here. I've got a little sphagnum that's moist, and I'm going to just mix it in together as I repot it. You know how I do things. I'm not so fussy. I don't wear gloves. I don't spray everything down with hydrogen peroxide. I don't. I mean, actually, when I look at it, there's one little piece that looked like it was a scale on the leaf. But other than that, well, and when I turn it around, maybe there's going to be more. But I'm just going to do a repot right now. I'll get to the bugs later. So let me get it out of this pot. Get that stone out of there. And it has a rhizome clip in it. I love those. And so you can see how the media and the sphagnum is wet and how these older pseudobulbs are mushy. It was time, completely time. And when you squeeze them, like it's almost like squeezing a zit. But I'm liking the way these roots look. And the media is coming off pretty easy, which is a good thing. Yeah, the further I get into the middle of the plant, I can see the media that used to be bark is now almost like it's almost like mush. And I'm surprised that this plant did as well or has kept its leaves because it sits over there in the window. Granted, I have kept it relatively warm over there in that area, but still, it's right up against the window. I know the leaves have been touching the window, and but I have been, unlike the others, I haven't kept this as moist as some of the others that I have just in straight sphagnum, just because I know you just get to know. Sphagnum can be tricky if you aren't used to it, but and also because it's winter and they are growing more slowly. I am watering them less, so until I see some signs of new growth, and then I will up the water. So that's the plant. And honestly, I don't think I need to clip anything. I really don't. I think all of these roots are good, besides the ones that I pulled off the little ends that clipped off. So yeah, this is a blooming size division. It should do well for me. It probably just needed to get out of that media. But there again, these growths are really nice. They're, as if you look at progression, this one is definitely bigger than this one. This one may be a little bit smaller than the previous, but still, it still looks very healthy. So, hey Kathy, so I'm more or less going to situate the plant like that and just start filling it in. That's how I'm going to sit it. And I may just put this stake in here just so that I know where I'm putting it. So yeah, I put the stake in there just so I mark and so I can hold on and keep the plant like that. And then just refill with the fresh bark, tucking the roots in, and also putting a few pieces of sphagnum in there, spreading it around. Sorry, I'm not showing this, but you can see that I've just spread the sphagnum around, and then I'm going to tuck it in further with the bark. And Bulbos, the only tricky thing about Bulbos, I think, is the size of their roots. Some Bulbos have very, very, very fine roots. And so this bark, even though this is a medium bark, would not be good. Those type of Bulbos, their roots are so fine, they won't even attach to these large pieces. They won't even find them for some reason. The smaller seedling size or sphagnum work for, and you'll be able to see the finer versus the roots that I just showed you. And honestly, I think that's really, really good. And what I really want to do is I'm trying to keep stuff off the shelf sitting on the ground and things like that. So I will probably find hangers to hang this up so that it hangs up high. Another tip on these that I heard from Bill Toms is that echinolabium, carunculatum, orthoglossum, those stinky stinky bulbos in that group, and that's not the group that includes the miniatures. I mean, there's a lot of bulbos, but I don't know what class it is, but they all fairly look the same. The pseudobulbs look the same, pretty much pear-shaped with long leaves. Those bulbos do not like their leaves to get wet. If those leaves get wet, either mist or just water, if they if you continue to do that, those leaves will get spots on them or they will just brown and die. And you don't want to do that if you can. So that's just another tip. But that's what I plan on doing is hanging it high because they do like the sun, even though it's going to be under some shade. These do like more sun than what their reputation is. These are reputed to be shady lovers, but in order for them to bloom, they do need to have a considerable amount of sun, or else their growth won't be strong and they won't bloom. So hanging them up high in shade where they get morning shade in an afternoon, or morning sun, I'm sorry, and then afternoon shade, or if they get afternoon sun and morning shade, just for good quality light for, 4 or 5 hours, I think they'll be fine as long as it's good light. But they do need warmth and they do like water when they are growing, when they're in growth. And Bill Toms always says that he somehow puts a tray under so that it collects a little bit of water so that the roots are always kind of in water while they're growing because they do like water. Yeah, if you watch, I heard Bill Toms say that, but he wouldn't even have had to say that because if you are on Facebook and if you Google Bill Toms, Thoms, he does these videos where he walks through his whole backyard. Well, it's one of those pools with the screened in porch, that are typical in Florida with the pool. And he has all of his orchids out there. Plus, he walks through the inside where the greenhouses are, through the labs and through his personals, through his just through all of his plants. And you can just see from the position. And he has his bulbos outside hanging up. Granted, they have 50 probably 70% shade cloth, but they're hanging up outside with their with the catasetums in the summertime. So they do like sun when they are growing and water. Like I said, he always has a tray underneath them to collect the water so that they are always with a supply to their roots. But that's only in the summer. So, and he's in Florida. So, but anyway, that's about it on this. Um, like I said, I had hoped to, well, what my plan is, and I was going to do it today, but I'll just do it tomorrow. I had totally not organized. I was actually going to do a impromptu giveaway on this plant, but I'll just do it tomorrow after I do my little Bulbo reveal. Not a reveal, but it is a reveal because my Bulbos are looking, frankly, quite shitty. But this Neo was given to me this week, as a gift, and I have no place for a Bulbo. I mean, not a Bulbo, but a falcata. It's a Neo. So what I was going to do tonight was I was going to write down a number on a piece of paper, and so I will just do that tomorrow. And the lucky person, I'll just write a number down prior between 1 and 30, and you guys can pick a number, and whoever wins, that's what I'm telling you. I was going to just spring it on you, and just whoever was here, but now you guys know. Because I might as well. And I don't think it's any special Bulbo. This is the tag. It doesn't, I don't, I'm not sure if that's, I mean, it's in parentheses, so, who knows. But it's a free gift. It was a gift to me, and I'm regifting it. So that will be taking place tomorrow. That video on Bulbos. Thank you, Quetzal, for the suggestion. And it was right on time, appropriate. Not that my Brassavolas are doing much of anything, but I lost a lot of Brassavolas, and so I always pride myself on being transparent. Showing my garbage on the floor. This is what I need. Ugh. Hey, from Australia! Wow. Hey, everybody! Don't forget to press the like button if you care. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, I just lost a lot of, as you all know, that was my disaster. It seems like I'm always with some kind of a drama. Thank you guys. Always with some kind of a drama. Seems like every year I just can't escape it with this greenhouse and with this collection. Maybe one year I'll have a drama-free where I won't have to do a mass funeral. Yeah. Well, you would think after. Well, let me see. It has been, and I'm sure you guys can say the same thing. But I believe I started growing orchids in the middle 90s. So there you go. It was in the middle 90s. What was that? I missed that. No, Sanguinea actually smells more like fruity. It's more fruity, if that's a description. It's more fruity, sweet, more of a fruity, sweet, refreshing. I don't know. It does not have the coconut, not to me. But I have this, which is a cross, which is looking haggard, but it blooms for me every year, fairly late. My plants are really late, probably because I've kept my greenhouse colder, and it takes them a long time to recover. But this is Maui coconut, which is tenifolia crossed with sanguinea, and this does retain the coconut, but you can tell that it is a hybrid sort of a scent. It's different than tenifolia. Tenifolia is strictly a coconut scent. It's more like coconut in a drink, if that makes sense. It's more like a coconut in like a punch, if that makes sense. It's a sweeter slice of coconut. Sorry if my metaphors are quirky. My brain is quirky, if you haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, I was really hoping to show this to you today because I've been talking about this doggy doo and this is adorable upwind, but I was just describing it as doggy doo and dog poo and all of that. And and I still am excited to show you how pretty dog poo can look like, if that makes any sense. And I don't know who I was having this conversation with, but this is a recent acquisition, and I bought it because it was, it's pretty and it's fragrant. It's got a lot of different fragrant species in it. This is a Norman's, one of these recent Taiwan crosses. And sorry, I'm just catching your comments. I'm just catching up to your comments. This is like a delay. Thanks for stopping by, Gary. Thank you. But I was talking to somebody about that I didn't care so much for pyloric phalaenopsis. I just did not, and that is a pyloric, completely a pyloric phalaenopsis. But when I ordered it, the pictures of it didn't show it as pyloric. Actually, some of the pictures made it look like it could be, but the majority of the pictures didn't show it as being a pyloric. But then when I read the description of it, it did say something about it being a pyloric, or it could show those traits. But it sure does, and it is fragrant. Literally, it is fragrant. So it's got violacea, it's got maybe lutamaniana. I don't know what else. Maybe it's got I think it has cornocervi in it as well. So I believe these spikes are, they bloom, they will continue to put out blooms as long as they're green. Well, violacea does that as well. This has violacea in it. I think I said that. Maybe. Or maybe I said whatever that other name is. What is that other name that they call violaceas? Instead of just calling them Phalaenopsis violacea, it's something else. And I get them confused all the time. But anyway, guys, I am not going to be on here long. I just wanted to do a quick little repot of my Bulbophyllum and talk a little bit about it and get on with my dinner. Hopefully tomorrow I will have more, and of course I'll be giving away that plant to one lucky orchaholic. So thanks everybody for coming by. It was fun. I have to bring my laptop because I can't, I wish I could interact more rather than just talking. Well, I wish I could bring you out here every morning and so you can see me water and see what I see when I first come out here. Yeah, I wish you a happy birthday. Happy weekend too, Blanca. Always good to see you. And I always enjoy those videos. You have such a great laugh. I bet you're a hoot. I would have liked to belly up to that bar over there at Tamiami and have a conversation with you. I bet you're fun. But anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And thank you guys a lot. I love you. Talk to you soon. Enjoy your orchids.